Morning everyone, sorry I'm parked at a slight angle on this slope here, but I think you can get the gist of it. This is a very, very special 2015 110 XS station wagon. So for those that don't know, station wagon means it's got 3 rows of seats, 2 at the front, 3 in the middle and 2 in the rear load area. It's finished in Aintree green, which I think is such an amazing colour, and that is why. Look at the fleck on the paint. It's just amazing, isn't it? It's got diamond cut alloy wheels similar to those that are fixed to the limited edition SVX, and they are fitted with the wider 265 section BF Goodrich tyres, the best tyres you can get on a Defender. They are quiet and grippy and just provide a much more sort of compliant ride. It's a really, really, really good upgrade. And they're also some spacers on this one, but we'll go into more details later. But let's just have a quick wander around. So it's got Y-Pack halogen headlights, but they're the crystal ones, so they put out much more light than the sort of standard boring halogens. It's got the XS grille pack, so the Brunel silver radiator grille and headlights. It's got a Mantec raised air intake, genuine XS side steps, all hinges, etc. We've done our usual, every bolt has been changed to stainless steel. It's been undersealed from new, this one. It's got rear parking sensors, rear reversing camera, and much, much more. So let me go into a bit more detail on this vehicle. So there you can see the diamond cut wheels, lovely, lovely condition, and the tyres with thousands and thousands of miles of tread left. You know, there's sort of 40,000 miles worth of tread left on those. The paint is absolutely immaculate and it's really, really smooth. It's actually been coated from new with a stuff called Williams ceramics, like a ceramic coating, so water sort of just rolls off it. Fantastic stuff. Down here you can see front parking sensors. Now we normally fit brand new bumpers onto these, but because this has got the parking sensors, we're just going to make this bumper good because there's no rust on it. There's a couple of little marks just here, and we're going to replace these fittings. But the front parking sensors are useful if you're unsure about driving one of these Defenders. I find them really easy to drive, and I don't find them difficult to manoeuvre, but it's nice to have the sort of added benefit of the parking sensors. You can see it's got the sort of stainless steel lower grille down there as well. A little bit of a security item here. So this is bolted from inside under the bonnet. Normally you can just unscrew this, and there's some cabling here that you can access the alarm system. So that's a nice little security item. This is a good aerial. It's made by a company, I can never pronounce the name, but it's Nakatenga, I think. They're a German company. So it's a DAB aerial for the DAB radio, and it's not one of those metal ones that's going to bend. This one can be bent all over the show. Mantec raised air intake, a little bit more low profile than a Land Rover one actually, so I prefer it because it's a damn sight less noisy. This cowling up here doesn't make the howling noise that the Land Rover one does, because the Land Rover one seems to be about 20% bigger. Things to check, all the wing mirror arms, I mean there's just zero corrosion on those. These always start corroding at this end here. We've done all the bolts as usual, coated with ACF 50, and again if we go down here, we've changed all the mud flat brackets to stainless steel with stainless steel fixings, because they all corrode. Whatever you do, they're going to corrode. So all just looks really fresh, really, really fresh. All these are unpainted as they should be. And let's just go to the back here. You can see the stainless steel mud flat bracket for the rear mud flaps too. Please excuse me, we haven't done the rear crossmember yet. So these bolts, someone's just painted over those, which annoys me. These are going to be replaced with genuine but stainless items. And here you can see the rear parking sensors. There's 4 on the back there, but we'll get this smartened up. There's a little bit of peeling of paint there. Very standard, nothing to worry about. It'll look perfect when it's all done. And again, stainless bolts, all original lights on it. This looks really, really smart. Unused rear tyre. And here's a really neat bit of kit. So it's an Optimil number plate light, but it has an integrated reversing camera, which I'll show you how that comes up on the dash later. When you put it into reverse, you get a good view behind. I'll just quickly show you inside. There's a little bit of camera kit in here as usual, but the entry sill's really good, rubber mat, immaculate underneath, and here you get the first glimpse of the lovely tan and black leather interior. This rear load area is separated by a genuine Land Rover dog guard. I think they're the best. I fitted loads, most of them rattle and shake and fall to bits. These ones, really good. You can take the top half off very quickly, or you can also open up this little hatch at the bottom if you want to load bits of wood from B&Q or whatever through there. So yeah, they're a really, really nice thing to have, especially if you've got dogs or annoying kids. So it's got the suede roof lining throughout, black Alcantara roof lining. I can tell you from painful experience, they are so expensive now. They're several thousand quid because they're not made anymore. So lovely to have that. Let's have a look inside. So it's a bit tricky with all this sun to get the light right, but let's see if we can, there you go. So this one from the factory had the seats in tan and black, but someone has had the door cards all retrimmed as well, and they've done an amazing job. Look at the leather work on that. It's just perfect the way it matches, and nicely tied in around all the sort of door pins, etc. So the dash top has also been done. God, sorry, we're struggling to pick it up this morning because of the sun. Maybe I'll show you from the other side. But anyway, here are the seats. They are so comfortable. Full premium leather in two-tone tan and black. And the tan and the green and the black leather and the black roof. The interior is just so smart. And also matching cubby box with an Alpine sub on the back, so the stereo system is superb. It's also got what's called a clutch lock, so you can lock the clutch out and leave it in gear, so it's a really nice bit of added security. So there you go, there's another one of the door cards there. The grab handle is also done in the tan leather. It's really, really nice, as is this section here. I'm just going to try and focus on that. Lighten it up a wee bit. There we go. This also acts as a little hidden cubby box. Really nicely done. Nice feature there. In here you can see it's got the JVC single DIN, so single height head unit, and this little bit here is the screen for the camera. So when you chuck the gear stick in reverse, you get a rear view from the vehicle there. It's really good, really tidy install. But being a 2015, it's got the traction control, and as a standard XS, it's got heated front and rear screens, wipers, electric windows, air conditioning, heated seats, and it all works perfectly. It's got a lovely history. And it's been very, very well looked after. And there we go. There are the rear seats. I promise you, the smell and feel is just extraordinary of these things. It's really cool. So nice to see that someone spent so much time and money on this car. We've done a lot to it, trying to simplify it. There were a few little extraneous extras on it that just didn't need. So we've taken her back to standard. I feel there's a stage 1 remap on it. It seems to drive beautifully. Lots of low down grunt and just sort of at motorway speeds. This has that little bit of extra oomph to get you going. Nothing too spectacular, sort of 150 brake, it feels like to me, just from the seat of the pants. But there's also some other bits on here that I should tell you about. There's a tracker, which is vital on a vehicle like this because they're so desirable, especially in this spec. You're not going to find many 110s in this specification. Key things also to point out: the chassis has been Dinitrolled from new. We haven't touched it yet, but you can see under there it's in really, really good nick. What we're going to do though is steam clean it and degrease it as best we can, just to get rid of any loose surface corrosion, and then we'll go over it again with our Dinitrol process, so it's absolutely spot on. It's been through the workshop just to sort of have a quick look around and see what needs doing to it. We found there's a slight oil leak on the transfer box. Again, it's from the input shaft on the transfer box. Very, very common. Bizarrely, it wasn't picked up at the last service at Saxton 4x4. We're going to replace that so there's no oil leakage. We'll also change the oil in the transfer box as a matter of course. Couple of rear bushes on the rear suspension, and they all go on every 110 you buy. If you're watching this video, you don't intend to buy this one, check the rear lower bushes. They've all gone. Even at 10,000 miles they go. We replace them on every single car. So it's going to be fully serviced up, 6-month warranty, 12-month MOT, and just a proper thing. Sorry, I'm sort of rambling a bit here, but just the way when I look at a vehicle, to spot how well looked after it is, it's things, these always corrode on a Defender. They're as solid as a rock. There's always corrosion underneath these window lips. Absolutely nothing on this one at all. There's always corrosion around the window here. Absolutely nothing at all. It's just perfect. The paint is incredible. It dries really nicely, and I filled it up the other day, and it's amazing. So 2 or 3 people came up to me and said, "God, you know, what is it? It's, you know, it just looks so smart, and it really is a smart thing." One last thing, so I'm jumping around. It's a bit early in the morning. It's got spacers on it at the moment, so very slight spacers. I think they're 25 or 30 mil. Now that's all very well, but let me just show you here. You can see down there the tyre sits proud there. So what we've got some spats that come in across here, made in ABS plastic, same as this, that will stop any dirt being thrown up the side there. We're going to colour code them in Aintree green and fit those. The spacers are great because it gives you a much better turning circle, and it also gives it quite a good stance. If you can see, I don't know if can you see there? It just looks chunky, but you get stuff thrown all up the sides of the body, and I hate that because it ruins the paint. And we're about to put it through a stage 3 a 3-stage machine polishing process, so the paint is going to be absolutely crystal clear. We don't want stuff being thrown up all over the side of it. But whilst we're on the subject of the paint, just have a look at that metal fleck. It's extraordinary, and there are no marks on this paint to really mention. There's a couple of light marks on the entry sill there. Let's just go around, see if there's anything else. A very light mark just there. But other than that, it's really, really good, really tidy, and so special with this spec. We've done our usual stainless system that we do throughout, and we go through these things with a fine tooth comb. And really, the guys like Mike, this is one of the best we've seen. You know, normally we spend a lot of time and money trying to sort out mechanical issues on this, but this one has been looked after beautifully, and you can see the bits that normally wear out have already been changed. So it's really nice to know that this has been owned by genuine enthusiasts, and you can tell by the interior and just the way in which the vehicle looks. It has been looked after. So please do give us a call, come and have a drive. It's a really, really special dark green, Aintree green Defender with a 2-tone tan and black leather interior. Find another one. They're so nice. Okay, cheers, bye.